My name is Rachel Green and I've been a chef for almost 30 years. I love my job and a big part of that is my passion for flavours. Learning about seasoning, herbs and spices and their combinations have been invaluable to me, and I'd like to share my experiences with you in the Cole & Mason Seasoning School. So salt has a perfect partner, and that's pepper. Now, pepper punctuates food. It's a spice, so it's aromatic and should be used with care. It's a cheeky little number pepper, so it can, with its pungency, overpower the food, and that is not what you want to do with the pepper. It wants to be part of the food and it wants to excite the food. I mean, isn't nature wonderful? Look at all those wonderful colours. They'll all impart a different flavour into your cooking. We've got white peppercorns, we've got pink peppercorns, we've got the wonderful long peppercorn, which was very, very popular in Victorian times. And then we've got Mexican peppercorns, they're huge. And then we've got the green peppercorns, and then of course the wonderful aromatic Sichuan peppercorns. When I'm using pepper for my cooking, there are certain times, for example, like we've got a steak here and I want to do a nice pepper steak, that I would want a really coarse grind on the pepper, so you get nice chunky bits of pepper on the steak, because the steak's a robust food, so it can take that kind of coarseness from the pepper. So for example, and this is great because you can actually adjust the mechanism. So here I've got it on the coarse setting, so we're just going to do a great big lovely bit. Look at that, isn't that fabulous? And you get it directly onto the steak. That, oh, my mouth's watering. So I've got exactly the right amount of pepper that I want on there, and of course I'd turn it over and do the same. Then if I was having a pizza, I don't want to have great big pieces of pepper sort of stuck in my mouth, because it would overpower the sort of delicate balance of the pizza. So for me, I'd want a medium setting. So for example, I would then move it to the medium setting, and then this, I mean, how many times when you're having a pizza do you reach for your pepper mill? This is where I really mean that pepper punctuates food. It just gives that real woo, that zing. I make the most lovely orange and pepper cake. Now, I wouldn't want to have great big pieces or medium pieces in this. I want the cake to be quite delicate and have that warmth that the pepper gives it all the way through it. So I don't want to be crunching on big bits of pepper, but I just want to have that lovely warm feeling in my mouth, that tingling feeling the pepper gives all the way through it. So for this one, obviously, we'd put it to the finest setting, and this is really fine. And there I go, putting all this lovely pepper. And I'm going to put in this sort of cake mix about 2 teaspoonfuls, because it can take it. And then of course we'll serve it with fresh strawberries. Pepper and strawberries, wonderful. And you can actually see there's no big bits of pepper in that mixture, it's all evenly through it. So that's ready for the oven, but of course I had to make you one to show you exactly what I meant. So now, the proof is in the pudding, not actually in the cake. Look at this. You've got that evenness all the way through. You can see the little tiny, tiny specks. Absolutely divine. Now, to summarise seasoning, there are a few key points to remember. Firstly, season your food at the beginning, the middle and the end, to taste the food regularly, to make sure that you have a bit of confidence when you're doing it as well. And to help you do this, if you're not sure, take a little bit of food out of the pot, season it in that small bowl, and then go back to seasoning the big pot. That'll give you a little bit more confidence. One of the other things is that less is more. You can always add, but you can't take away. You know what, guys? It's all about trying new things. It's about trusting your judgment, and it's about using the right seasoning equipment.